Now, let's just see if we're in the right spot. Hello everybody. I think I'm in the right spot. Sorry, I was having a bit of technical difficulties. There we go. Here I is. Hello everybody. It's time to play. Come in and play with me. We're gonna have some fun today. Hello Patricia, Diane, hello. We're gonna have some fun. I got a few things planned. Few things, just a few. Hi. Hello Susan, hi Donna. Hi my Suzanne. I even bring a big bottle of which is like buble, down because I have lots planned for today. We will play for a while. Hello. Hi Carolyn, hi Kathleen. We'll give a few minutes for everybody to get in. And hello. So sit down. I'm really low volume. Oh, am I? I'm not sure what that would be. Can you hear me better now, Mom? I don't know what it is. Hello. Hopefully you guys can hear me now. Turn your hearing aid up, Mom. Hello. Okay, so I got a few little projects I want to show you guys today. First one being, you're good? I was at the dollar store and I came across these beautiful calendars. And you guys have probably seen these as well. There's really pretty ones. This one is lighthouses, and you can see what of the pictures are all on the back. This one is inspirational quotes. Really pretty. Now, they're not the greatest quality. So if you like the technique we do today, if you go on Amazon and just type in 12 by 12 calendars, all kinds come up. Even if you want to specify that you want, say, a lighthouse, type in Amazon 12 by 12 Canada, or 12 by 12 calendar lighthouse, and all kinds will come up. And there'll be better quality than these. This was just, I grabbed a bunch because the pictures are really pretty. However, they're kind of thin. But I'm going to show you what you can do with them anyways. So I got all kinds of them. I think I got all of the ones that they had there. But for $1, you can't expect much. And you also get a little calendar as well with each calendar. Quite impressive. So I am going to, I already got 2 boards already done, but I'm going to show you what I did. Okay, guys? I'm going to go down to the board. Okay. So I found this bowl. This bowl is actually 10.5 inches in diameter. Perfectly 10.5 inches. Oh yeah? Yeah, there's scrapbook pages too. Yep. And what I did is, because I want a 10.5 circle picture, I took the bowl and I want most of the lighthouse in the picture. Okay, so I took the bowl and I made sure what I wanted was underneath the bowl, and then I traced it with a marker. Okay, So I went around just with this silver marker. And like I said, you can do this for anything that's 12 by 12. And I'm going to rip this page out. So if you're into dogs, you can get all kinds of dog calendars and make yourself your own center just out of a calendar. Again, this is pretty thin, and you'll see when I do the Mod Podging, the thin stuff doesn't work the greatest, but I put glitter on it and it kind of hid the flaws for me. Your other nemesis. So now I'm just going to cut out my picture. Now, what I'm going to do with these is what, well, obviously I'm showing you how to do your own centers, but what I do with them is what I'm teaching you guys today. There's a few things. Okay, so there we go. I just made my own center for the character board. Okay, now you're going to Mod Podge it on. Let me get a character board. Did I use them all? Seriously, Laura? I'm such a goober. Hold on a sec. Okay. So I'm going to Mod Podge this on. With the boards now, you want to use a sandpaper, lightly sandpaper the center of your character board, just to give it a little bit of a scratch for the Mod Podge to adhere or attach to the board. Okay. And now I got my picture. There's my hanging holes up at the top. I'm going to use just a sponge brush, and I am going to use some glitter just because this is, like I said, it's really thin. So if you glitter it, it hides some of the flaws. I got my big old thing of Mod Podge here. The only thing is looks like there's some kind of glitter in my Mod Podge. And I don't want glitter because it'll leave bumps. But just spread it to the first set of holes. And I think they even sell Mod Podge now at Dollar Tree in the little containers. I think we might still have some on our website. And I'm just putting a thin coat. We don't want hair. Don't put too thick of a coat because this Dollar Tree calendar is thin. So we don't want it soaking. All right, now you get one shot at this. You're gonna place your round circle just in between the lines there. Oh, I think I got it on the first shot there. I'm putting a little bit of Mod Podge, and you got to do this fast. Start from the center and work your way out. And do it fast because this Mod Podge dries really fast and the paper's thin. Work your way from the center all the way out and around. See, it's thin, so it starts to crinkle. So you got to go fast. Actually, that one worked out really well. Okay, now, here we go. It's on the board. Now I'm going to put a thin layer. Side sticking up. Okay, now I'm going to put a thin layer on top to seal it. Let's put a line there. There we go. So I'm just going back and forth. No hair. We don't need hair. So the beauty of having dogs, there's always hair just floating around in the air. So just a thin layer. I'm brushing it from side to side. And it should look very shiny. If you see any bubbles, you can kind of push them out with your fingers while it's still wet. Now, if the paper is thicker, it doesn't bubble or crease or anything. And now I'm going to take my glitter, my diamond glitter, and give it a good coating of this. The glitter kind of hides any flaws that you may get. And again, if you're using thicker calendar paper, you won't have this problem. And this shaker comes out pretty slow, but slow is good. That's good. And then we're done. I'm gonna wipe up the sides. And there, you can make any center you want. If you can't get the vinyls, or if you need something else, there is our center. Now I have a couple that I've done already dry. But isn't that pretty? Nice. Yeah, the diamond glitter is available. Now, I did, I don't remember what calendar this came out of. I guess I should have noted it, but I did a farmhouse one. Isn't that pretty? It's just the windmill. So again, that's just the calendar. And I also did a lighthouse one. Again, just the calendar and just how I just showed you. So we got a little bit of glitter on the front. Isn't that pretty? Nobody would ever know it's a Dollar Tree calendar. Anyways, so I'm going to now show you some cool things how to decorate this. Okay. First, we're going to do the lighthouse. Take our bowl. This was the hardest thing to find, is something circular that was 10.5 inches, and I just happened to have this bowl, and it's like, oh, and then I measured it, it's like, oh my gosh, that's perfect. So now I have all these pictures to choose from. Okay, now there is my first project. Now, the lighthouse, I'm going to be doing, oh, ooh, that looks good. Dave is taken up baking, and I'm going to get he baked.
This is my very first pie I've ever made.
Very first pie, a blueberry pie. He just took it out of the oven. And yesterday he made big, huge loaves of bread. Okay, so these are nautical rope and you've seen me do, here's a receipt for you. You've seen me do the rope technique before. These ropes are from Dollar Tree. They are the 6.8 feet ones. Now there's different ones. There's 6.8 feet and there's 11 feet. You want the 6.8 foot one because it's thicker. Okay, so if you haven't got, I used rope from Amazon. I still have some, but I wanted to show you guys using this rope from the Dollar Tree that it's readily available to everybody. I got this in Canada, and they also have it in the United States. So the first thing we're going to do, we need 6 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's not bad, $6. Or in Canada, $1.25 each. So I'm going to open all these up. So we're going to use rope today, and then I'm going to also show you one with 21-inch deco mesh, and then I'm going to show you one with burlap. So we're going to do 3 different ones today. So sit back, relax, just enjoy. Can't really see the comments, and I'm not sure why. Oh, you're sitting with a broken foot. I did get these at Dollar Tree. I know they're in America and in Canada. You just have to really look at the size. And it's the feet that will tell you the size. You want 6.8 feet or 2.1 meters. The 11-foot one is a lot thinner. Okay. So I have my glue gun plugged in. What I'm going to do is take all the edges of these 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now don't forget, this is going to be going around the lighthouse one. So what I'm going to do is take my glue gun, and I changed my glue gun from last night, and glue the tips of each of these together just to get it started. So like I said, I'm going to do something similar with 21-inch mesh, and also with this, I think this is 12-inch. This 12-inch burlap I've had kicking around and did not know what to do with it. I do now. Okay. Put it up top now, and we want to get these strands straight. 2 over here, and then 2 straight down. And you're going to take some tape. This is just dollar store duct tape. Tape it. Just tape it to my mat. Okay, so you have 2 strands on the left, 2 on the right, and 2 down the middle. So we're going to braid this, and you've probably seen this done before, but we're going to actually put it onto the character board. sorry. But when you are braiding it, you have to be very careful because you want the ropes to go over nicely and not be twisted. And the thing is moving the ropes as you go. So you can see this one will be in the center. Now you can glue as you're going, as you're crossing over. So if you wanted to, you could take the glue, put a little bit on the bottom here, and hold it. I'm not going to glue mine, I'm just going to braid, but you want to make sure that it doesn't cross over like this, that they stay flat. Because we need the thickness of this braid to make sure it covers the character board. So it's pretty, this one's pretty easy. When I show you the deco mesh, it's a little more intense. I just showed everybody how to make a center using calendars from the Dollar Tree. And the calendar I picked is a lighthouse. So as you can see, you're just making sure your braid is flat and not twisted. Now, I don't need to do this whole rope. So once I'm got down to a little bit, I'll move my tape and then we'll measure to see how much more I have to go. You see how thick that nice braid is? Macrame lessons. Yeah, that's pretty much all it is doing different braids. That's what macrame is. Down to where I have to move it. So I'm going to move my tape move this up and just put another piece of tape and then continue. Yeah, well, this part's easy. Wait till I get to the mesh and everything that I'm going to show you guys. The rope is easy, but after the rope, we're going to play mad scientist, because I've seen people do the whole rope thing with braids. Of course, it's not hard. Well, I guess it would be hard if you don't know how to braid. There's one that you can do with just 3 strands on each side as a twist. And it gets a little easier as you get down to the bottom. I'm just going to braid this right to the bottom, and then I can let you guys know once I'm finished how much we're actually going to use of it. Okay, and move it up again. We're almost done here. These are actually very, very popular right now, these nautical rope wreaths. But I have not seen anybody do one with a character board, or with a like an actual nautical sign, or yeah, sign in the middle. Okay, I'm sure this is plenty. I'm just going to grab a zip tie, and I'm going to zip tie the end. I'm pretty sure we're good here. All right, got this big old long rope. And where is my lighthouse? There's my lighthouse. And I'm going to put a bow on this, just a simple bow. Let's just make sure it's going to cover. Oh gosh, there's lots. Pretty cool. Okay, where am I going to put my bow? Wherever you're going to put your bow is where you want to start. So maybe I'll just put the bow right at the bottom of the lighthouse. Okay, I'm going to take another zip tie. I'm going to zip tie these. I know, cool, right? Okay, so I'm gonna do it like I do Lolly's hair. When I braid Lolly's hair, I kind of pancake, it's called pancake. You just kind of press out the braid and widen it a bit. And that's to make sure that the whole tension of the braid is exactly the same. Okay, I'm not gonna cut this off yet because it's going to be a little long. I'm gonna have to cut through the braid. So I'm gonna probably put a bow right there. So what I'm going to do is go down and up, directly down the middle, a zip tie, and zip tie it to the board. Now we won't see this part because we're going to put a bow. But it's getting us started here. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm not going to zip tie. I'm just going to use hot glue and hot glue it right to the board. I'm not seeing comments, guys. I don't know why, I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna put just glue, just a strip, and you don't have to do a lot of it. Just every so often, go across the board with a strip of hot glue, making sure you're following the circle and you have the same tension going around. Well, this is Gorilla Glue. You could also use E6000 if you're worried about heat. I wouldn't put this outside. It would be great for a bathroom, a nautical bathroom for sure. It could go on a door, but I definitely wouldn't put it outside. I'm not sure. I know the rope is made for, like I said, you can use E6000. But I am using Gorilla Glue, and Gorilla Glue is pretty good. But again, if you're worried about the heat, just use E6000, okay? Look how perfect it covers. And look how nice our Dollar Tree calendar picture is. Okay, now we're coming to the bottom. Now I will go around the outside and glue some around the outside as well. But first I'm going to cut my rope off, but put a zip tie around it first so it doesn't unravel. So I'm just measuring with my zip tie where I started below. I'll try and cut through here. I need a little bit more to cut. You always want to make sure you zip tie or glue or something the ends so they don't, your braid doesn't unravel. There we go. That's better. We're going to put a bow there. So, let's see how much we have left. I have, it was 6, I have 21, 10, 20, 21 inches of the rope left. And how much was it? 6.8 feet. So if somebody could do the math, mine turned 6.8 feet into inches and then minus it by 21. And that's how many inches of the rope you need to do this. I just wrote that down for my own benefit. Okay, let's get some glue under here. I know, isn't it pretty? Now, I'm not worried about this gray showing of the board. That's the only place it shows, but I'm putting a bow here. But I am going to go around and on the edge of the board, just put a small line of glue to make sure that the edges are not, the board is not showing on the edges here. So you can also do this exact thing on the ring board, so you don't have to have a picture in the middle. You would just glue it onto the ring board just like that. I know a lot of people use cardboard, but at least if you use a ring board, it's more sellable than cardboard. I'm just doing a little bit at the front here to make sure we don't see any of the, push the rope down onto the glue so we don't see any of the board. There we go. pretty cool. Put a zip tie on, and then we'll put a cute bow on the bottom here. Could even make a bow just with the, maybe. Oh, I might just make one with just the leftover rope. See what we can make here. So we have 6 pieces of rope left. Let's see what we can come up with. Sorry guys, I'm just playing. I'm trying to make a bow. Maybe I'll just use 2. Okay, that might work. Got a zip tie. That might work. Hold on. Bear with me. Okay. So I'm just building a bow. What? Why are you bringing that down?
Put on your thing.
Put on what? My lighthouse?
Yeah.
Oh my god. It looks like an ape. It doesn't even look like a Sasquatch. There's something wrong with you. Okay, so that's to put in. This just might work. And then I'll take a piece of this and we will go around. The rope is I don't even know what size it is. I can only tell you the size by what the packaging said. And the packaging is 6.8 feet or 2.1 inches. So it's not the 11-foot one. It's the 11-foot one is thinner. This might work pretty cool. Bow out of nautical rope. Who would have thunk? So I'm leaving the little bit of fray at the bottom. I like that. Let's see if this works. So I'm going to take my pipe cleaners, just go down the center, right here, and right here. It's a little bulky. This one. You can see the rope here. Trim that down a bit. Get rid of some of that bulkiness. That is kind of cool. Tuck those back down. And we're going to use some hot glue to hide some of these things. So that's where I want my knot. And then we want to hide the zip ties and the ends here. Well, that is pretty cool. Pretty cool. What do you guys think? Oh, she was doing one too? Sorry, Monk. I'm doing another thing too. I just wanted to show you rope, dollar store calendar, and we'll put a, you might want to, it's kind of heavy, so you might want to, I don't know how they do this on cardboard and stuff, but it's kind of heavy. We're going to put a hanger on there. And there we go. I think it's pretty funky. What do you guys think? Pretty cute, eh? actually the bow with the rope. Then you don't have to worry about, and it's the extra, and then you don't have to worry about matching your ribbons. It's pretty cool. All right, that is the rope. Again, 2.1 meter or 6.8. You have to look because you need the thick stuff. Now, if you tried out the one I did on Amazon, from Amazon, that's even thicker stuff. So that would work probably even better. But again, this is just all from the Dollar Tree. The picture and everything. Pretty cool, eh? I think I do like it a lot. I'm going to my friend's cottage or trailer, and I think I might bring this and give him this for a gift. Huh. Great for a bathroom. Anyways, okay, so that is one project. Okay, now I'm going to attempt something with 21-inch mesh. I have a ton of 21-inch mesh. I'm glad you guys liked it. And yes, very cost effective. $6 for the rope, and then it cost me $1 for the calendar. But again, like I said, you can do it. You can even do it on the ring board. All right, this one's going to be a little more trickier. I'm trying something. Here's we're going to play Mad Scientist. Okay. I'm going to try something like the same, but with mesh. So I'm going to make my space a little bigger here. Because if this works, it will be really cool to get rid of your 21-inch mesh. A different way to get rid of your 21-inch mesh. Wish I could see the comments better. Okay, so this is a jute color, 21-inch mesh, and it's got like a wide foil kind of gold in it. So I thought it would be really nice with my country farmhouse calendar I Mod Podged onto the board. So I'm going to attempt kind of the same thing with mesh. Now I tried it with the 10-inch mesh and it didn't make it big enough. So I think the 21-inch mesh will be perfect. So I have little tiny zip ties here, and I need a few of these. And these are going to help me keep my mesh from getting all mixed up. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut 72 inches of mesh, 3 pieces. Okay. So I'm going to scrunch up this end, and I'm going to put a zip tie around it. This is going to help me keep the mesh from getting caught everywhere. Oh, I might have to use a bigger one. Okay, so I'm going to pull out, and every so often I'm going to put a zip tie to keep it, because I need 3 pieces of this at 72 inches. So the zip tie is just going to help me keep the mesh straight. So my cutting mat is 36 inches. Throw this on the floor. So that is 36 inches right there. So I'm going to do this again. So 36. And then another 36. We have 72 inches right here. Just going to put one in the middle. I have no idea if this is going to work. Okay, so this last one is 72. So I'm going to put another one and cut in between the two. Sorry about the noise. Who knows? Oh, he must be whipping the cream for the pie. Y'all, he's making me get fatter. All right. We have one big piece of 72 inch. We need two more. One. Two. So that's 72 inches there. Now I'm pretty sure nobody's ever done this, so bear with me because I have no idea how it's going to turn out. It's just an idea I had in my head. To use some of this 21 inch I had. Okay, there's our second piece. And now we need one more piece. One more 72 inch piece. One. And two. Still got a bunch left. Cut this off the roll. Whew! Alright. I still got quite a bit left too. Enough to make another wreath with poofs. Look how much I have left. So I only used about a half of the roll. So that's not bad. All right, now comes the hard part. Okay, now we're going to take our three pieces, and I got them under the table. So there's one, the top of one, two, and three. Got them all under the table. So I'm just making this all one big piece. Okay, so one big piece here, and we are going to tape it to the table like I did with the rope. This is going to be a complete, probably disaster. We'll see. I might do it lengthwise. Actually, I think I will. So you guys might see it sideways. It's long. So tape it to my table. Okay. All right. Bring it, each of them really pulling each one in. I think the top is going to be the hardest. And Michelle's like, oh, hell no, that's too much work. But it may be too much work, but nobody will know. They will try and figure out how the heck you did that. So if you see the zip ties are helping me keep my, it's just dollar store, it's just dollar store tape. It's a cool looking braid. It's actually not hard. I think it's going to look really cool though, the effect. We'll see. Or it could be a total flop. I don't know. Don't know until you try. Okay, we're coming to a zip tie. Oh, where's my thing? I'm going to cut the zip tie off. That was just to hold, keep our mesh separate. It's getting easier as we're getting closer to the end. this really does help with keeping your mesh separate so they don't stick together. We're almost done, I promise. So probably nobody else on Earth will probably try this. Actually, it's not as bad as it looks. It might not be worth it. I don't know. We're at the end. We're at the end. God, I hope that's long enough. I need a break from that one. All right, let's see what we got here. Good Lord, I hope this fits. Where's my country thing? Ooh, it's actually gonna look really cool. Perfect. It actually might look really cool. Okay. Bring you guys closer so I can see my comments. And you guys are, oh, I think I did, yeah, I just threw my clippers in the trash. I pulled them back out. All right. Now I could probably put a bow over here, and I think I will, and so it, because it's more blank over here. I don't want to put it to the side or to the bottom. So I think I'll have a bow here. So that's where I'm going to start this craziness. Right about here, maybe right there. And then I have a big bow coming down. I don't know, we'll see. I know how to cut some of this. Has anybody seen somebody braid 21-inch mesh? Actually, I did it to do, I make a basket handle. Okay, so I'm going to zip tie right here. The start. And this is pretty thick, so I'm going to start it on the outside. And this is exactly where my bow is going to be going. What's left over what I have? I'm just going to pull out some of these pieces of mesh so it's a little poofier. You okay there, Skip? So 72 inches was a little big. So I think if you did 62 inches, if you wanted to redo it, recreate this, would be good. I'm going to switch this around. I'm going to start it more down here. Where the braid looks prettier. Now I'm going to try and cut this. If I dissect it, it'll probably be easier. So I'm going to try the same thing with the glue. Again, you can use E6000. You could probably even zip tie it to the back of the mesh if you wanted to. And I'm doing this to get you guys your creative juices going on really thinking outside the box. I know. Well, that's why I'm trying to get you guys thinking outside the box, getting, you know, making different things. Like I said, 21-inch mesh. Everybody has lots of it and don't really know what to do with it. Now, I just did it really quick. But you can make sure, you know, although my braid's not too bad, considering. And people will look at it and think, how did they weave that? How did they make a weave with mesh? And I have one more material I'm going to try. Actually, this looks, you guys laugh, but this looks really cool. I might be onto something. You never know. Your drink. That made me thirsty. Actually, this would be really cute with greens, done in green, and then some red berries and some holly stuck in between the weaves and stuff, in between the braids. I know it does. You're not in this group to learn everyday things. You're in this group to learn different and to get your, I want to get your creativity going. My creativity's on overdrive all the time. Anybody else? Creativity totally on overdrive constantly? Oh my gosh, I think this is beautiful. Yeah, I've done it too with the 10-inch. You need the 21-inch to give it that thickness to cover the board. Okay, let these dry and then I'm gonna zip and snip. No, Vicki, it is a calendar from the Dollar Tree. I Mod Podged a calendar onto a board. And now we're going to have to try to cut through here. need those scissors Dayton has. There we go.
Yep.
Did you come down to see my masterpiece?
I did, but to tell you how awesome my tomato soup is that I made.
Guys, he's the chef galore. He's made homemade tomato soup. Yesterday he made homemade bread.
So we're having homemade grilled cheese.
And we're having homemade grilled cheese sandwich to go with it. Wow. Isn't that pretty cool, hon?
It is cool.
It is.
I like the rope one.
Yeah, the rope one too.
That was really cool.
Now, I made a bow the other night. See, this looks gold. It's actually not gold. It's more of a burlap color with gold foil in it.
I want to ask our southern folks.
Our southern...
Has any of the southern people, well, anybody really, but apparently it's a southern thing, had buttermilk pie?
Buttermilk pie?
Yeah.
Has anybody had buttermilk pie? Why did you see it on?
So, how does it taste?
Where did you see that on?
Well, now that I've looked up recipes and stuff, I get them coming across all the time.
Oh.
I've seen this buttermilk pie. It looks good. Interesting.
Okay, so I had this bow I made the other day when I was doing wreath critique.
Oh, we have one. Yes, I love it.
Oh, yes, she's up there. Nope. Joanne Wiley. Yes, I love it. Do you guys remember I made this while we were on Q&A? Was it Q&A? I think I might try that, or no, I think I'm just going to do this simple bow. This is a 2.5 inch deco mesh bow.
I'm gonna have to give that one a try next.
What? Buttermilk pie?
Buttermilk pie.
Now the bow does match. I realize you guys see more of the gold that is in the 21 inch, but it's actually burlap in it. Look at that. Talk about different. And of course, you can put whatever bow you want on it. Put a hanger. Oh, I love custard. Well, isn't that cute? Hold on. Don't go away, I have one more. See if you guys can see it. Now my tails are probably way too long, but isn't that cute? Now I think if I just used a natural, maybe poly, I like the gold in it, but I think you guys are seeing all the gold. The bow does match because in between is just like a jute. Food for thought. You guys ready for one more? Wow. 21 inch. Who would have thunk? Yeah, my tails are a little bit long. Buttermilk and cornbread all the time before bed. Ew. All right, one more. Let's try one more. one more different material. Let's braid one more different material. You could. Well, that's what I wanted you guys, I'm showing you guys because I really want you guys just to get your creativity going. Right? Get it going. Think outside that box. All right. You ready? Now, I'm going to use the ring board for this because I'm keeping this really simple. All right. So, I have this 12-inch burlap. I don't know where I got it. It's not wired. It's actual, real burlap. It's really pretty green. Really, really pretty green. Hold on, let me clean up a bit here. I'm going to check and see if Craig Bachman still has this, because if this works out like I think it's going to, I know they can't really get rid of this stuff because people don't really know what to use it for. So I might be able to score a whole bunch of it. And we'll be able to, if it works out, we'll be able to do what I'm going to do right now. We're going to braid again. Okay. And I have this gorgeous, gorgeous rag bow that my friend Jackie made for me. And it's got the same green as this burlap. So no, Lori's not full of energy. Lori just is getting you guys going. This is what you're here for. Let's play with burlap a bit. Yes, I'm going to zoom out. Okay. I'm going to do the whole 72. No, because 72 was too large, right? So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to make 3. This will be easier to work with because it's soft. Yep, I'll pay for it later, but I love you guys. And I had these things in my head and I needed to get them out of my head. Okay, again, so it might not do 72. So there's 36. Now it won't, I don't think I need to zip tie like I did with the burlap or the deco mesh, because this won't stick to each other like the mesh will. So that's 36. 36. That's 66. Let's try 66. So 66 inches. There's one. Well, thank you. That's why I love this group, because I can't be so creative on my main page because people don't want to see my creativity. They just want to see how to make a flower, how to make a wreath. In this group, I like to get you guys, get your minds thinking. Oops, sorry. My phone was there, tapped it. Okay. So it's 36. And then to the 30. 66. And I'm hoping this should be long enough. There's 2. Always want to see what I'm going to do next. I know. You guys don't want to live in my mind. Trust me. Dave lives with me every day and he just, right babe? He just bakes now and cooks. And then I get fatter. And so does Bubba, right Bubba?
Yep.
Dave keeps making good things.
No,
So,
because you know what?
No. What?
It's not the food that makes you fat. It's all the preservatives in the stuff that you buy in the store that makes you fat.
So you mean that blueberry pie and the homemade bread grilled cheese and the homemade soup, tomato soup, is not going to make me fat?
It's tomatoes in the tomato soup. The pie, except for lard in the pie crust, I mean.
So I still have lots. I don't know how, I don't even know if I've ever used this before.
It's all good for you, trust me.
No, you don't want to live in my mind, I promise you.
What?
People are saying they want to live partially in my mind. Nope, see, Dave says nope. Okay, we've got 3 here. We're going to try this with burlap. This, I think, is going to be fabulous. Okay. So, there's 1, 2, and 3, and we have the, looks like the ends going under. Good thing I didn't hit myself in the head with that. Alright, where's our handy dandy tape? Reuse this one. Okay, so we have all the finished edges on the bottom. And again, this is 12-inch burlap. I just hope it's going to be thick enough. So I'm trying to keep the same tension. For each one I go over. Oh, my headband. I got at a dollar store, Dollar Tree. I think it was Dollar Tree or Dollarama, I can't remember. So I might be starting a new thing, the braided wreath. And like I said, if this works out, I'm going to go right after this and see if I can get any different colors of this 12-inch burlap. Because you can't really use it for anything else. I don't know what else you would use it for. It's not wired. Yeah, I've done it with 5 or 6 inch. But yeah, like I said, I had this 12-inch, just, I don't know why I got it. It was a long time ago. Okay, I'm gonna move this up. iPads. You want to be just like Lori Frank. Now, not all of my stuff actually turns out, but you don't know if it will or won't unless you try. Am I missing? Yeah, if you don't try, you'll never know. Almost to the end. Sorry, I'm off screen. I'm just finished braiding the end here. Okay, I'll zip tie this. Thanks, Mom. I'm not a designer to fit in other people's boxes, but I'm okay with that. I'm a little different. Okay, let's see. Hopefully this is long enough. I love this color. Okay, where's my ring board? Here it is. So I'm going to put my rag bow definitely right straight at the bottom here. So again, I'm going to start with zip tying it. Poor scissors are getting a workout today. Please be long enough. Please be long enough. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna kind of pancake it out. Get it poofy looking. Start it like we did. So this is where my start is going to be. Anybody pull and have it hit themselves in the head? Or am I just the only goober? Actually, this one I'm going to put in. I'm going to put between the two holes here. Listen to Dave up there, making all kinds of noise. Okay, might like that better. Very cool. This is going to work out fabulous. Ooh, I'm going to like this. I know it. Ooh, come on, scissors. Don't fail me now. I know, I've hit myself in the head a couple times too. Yeah, it hurts. All right. Look how beautiful this braid is. This burlap braid it's phenomenal. Like, it really is. Okay. I'm going to do like the other, and I'm just going to glue. Because it's still being zip tied as well, right at the bottom. So that glue will hold on to the burlap really well. Again, you don't have to use hot glue. You can use E6000 or any stronger glue that you have that you like to use. See, the braiding takes you a little bit of time, but the construction of the wreath doesn't take any time at all once you got the braid done. Oh, now everybody's going to try and figure out how I made this. You guys, don't tell anybody. They're going to try and think I used a wire frame to weave it or something. Yeah, exactly, Carrie. Why you got a big cut on your forehead? I've been there. I've been there, done that. Ooh, you need glue though, lots of glue. Gorilla glue. Okay, now to finish it. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Nobody's gonna know how we did this. Kind of love when that happens. Yeah, right? Let me see. I'm going to see if I can get some of this 12-inch burlap for this project alone. Now just watch when I put on this rag bow. It will need absolutely nothing else. Now I can go around and lift up the edges. This is stuck. Like, this burlap is not coming off this plastic. Seriously. Oh, I glued my... Oh, Jesus. I can get it through. Yes, I did. So it's still... Now, if you're concerned about the glue, you can feed a zip tie through. Nah, forget it. You can, but it's on there. It ain't going anywhere. All right. And the piece de resistance. And then you can just change, I could change this out into a Christmas bow. Oh my God, look how pretty. What, my ribbon, my wreath? Of course, I know what I'm doing. Now these wreath rag bows, I got this one from Jackie's Wreath and Things. She makes the most gorgeous rag bows. She does sell kits and stuff for them too. Okay, so this rag bow is going to be going down the center hole here, if I can find it. Maybe not. Let's see if we can just do this outside hole. There's one. Where'd the other pipe cleaner go? Come on. Yeah, the hardest part of this wreath is putting the, okay, just separate. I was gonna say putting the friggin' bow on, but just separate the two ends here and you can see the hole. There we go. Is it a marathon? How long have I been on? I've been on 2 hours? Really?
And there's still people watching.
Go me! I did 3 wreaths that I had no idea how to do. There we go. Keeping it simple. I think I got it pipe cleanered on, but I'm gonna put some glue on there as well behind the bow. I love, love, love the way this wreath turned out. Oh my gosh. Holy crap.
If mine wasn't constantly going, she'd be able to sleep at night.
Yeah, I would sleep. I don't sleep, guys, very well because my mind never shuts off, which is unfortunate. I absolutely love this burlap wreath. Can you imagine this in dark green for Christmas?
Funny, closed caption come up and says, "Set of mine," it said mine, so it says, "Go away and bring your money going all the time, you'll be up all night." Won't be up all night.
Here we go. Put a little bit more glue down in there and press. Make sure it is stuck. This is 12-inch burlap, and I cut it at 66, 3 pieces at 66 inches. So I just hot glued a lot in there, and I'm just pressing down really hard so my bow stays exactly where I put it, and then I ask, and the burlap is staying tucked in the ends.
21 inch mesh be too much for the ring board?
No. No, it'll work the same. Let's see this hanging up or up. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. A braided burlap wreath.
Jackie has tutorials on how to make the right board.
Yes.
Jackie's wreath and things.
Isn't that cool? I love this one. It's so different. I love it. Okay. That's it. I promise. Let me sit down. All right. Thank you, guys. What was your favorite? You missed this one?
The rope wreath.
Yours was the rope
So
wreath?
she said, would you hold up the rope?
Oh, okay. So here's the burlap one with just a rag bow. Where's my rope? Oh, here's the rope one. There's the rope one. Hope you guys can see that one.
Jan wants to know what it looks like on its side.
You're such a goober. So again, that's the rope one. Ball! You could ball. Where'd the country one go? Skippy, are you sitting on it? Where'd the other one go?
I don't know.
How did I lose a whole wreath? I literally lost a whole, oh, it's on the floor. I have to fix the tails.
So those
Tails
are
are too long.
Those are your calendar ones. You got 10 more to go.
No, I'm not doing it. These are calendar centers, so you'll have to watch the replay. But there's the deco mesh one. It's just a poly jute with a gold foil and my little farm scene. So which one's your favorite?
My favorite is the rope one.
You like the rope one?
Yeah.
Rope one turned out pretty cool. I like the bow.
Although I do like the picture in the gold one.
They're all three pretty cool.
Mm.
All three. I agree too. I think they're all three. I think I outdid myself today. I think I deserve a day off. This one is really pretty. I don't think you guys can see it. It's not as pretty in the picture as it is in person. It's one of those ones. Ah, rope, all three, all of the above, all three. Well, there you go, guys. I just gave you 3 different ideas to make inexpensive wreaths with calendars and rope from the Dollar Tree, burlap. I'm going to go try and find some 12-inch burlap, and 21-inch deco mesh.
And if you want to get your husbands involved, tell them they can use center folds as the middle.
Center folds as the middle. There you go. Dave said to use the center.
If you want to get your husbands into wreathing.
Rope is your favorite. Rope or burlap. Oh, thanks, guys. I'm gonna go up right now to see if,
You get it in dark
because
green.
I don't think a lot of people buy this 12-inch burlap, because it's, what would you use it for, right? But if we did it, I love this braid. Like, seriously, I'm in love with this.
Well, that's poly burlap.
No, that's just real burlap.
Oh.
Real burlap. I have enough to make another one too. But alrighty. Love all 3. Well, thank you guys. Thanks for staying and watching with me. I knew today's would be long because I wanted to, pardon me, Booblay's giving me thing. I wanted to do all 3 so you guys can get your things flowing there. No, just in the VIP group. Just in the VIP group. So I will try and put them over onto the app. I haven't been able to do that yet because I haven't had any time, but it will be on replay in the VIP group under Lori's. I think Michelle puts everything under each of our own category. The burlap was cut 66 inches. You could do 66 inches with the deco mesh as well. And I just braided all 6 pieces and then just cut it off with the rope. Okay? I'm going to eat a yummy supper. Well, I'll see you later. Bye, guys.